there wasn't any thought put into this by the Lynn family to come here and address the issues that they were supposed to address, but they did put enough thought into it to send someone here to divert our attention from the reasons, you know, that we wanted someone to come here in the first place. So the other thing is, I'd like Jimmy Caldwell to come up there and reflect some of the things that were said. Because
well, we
were mentioned here, and I'd like him to come up there.
Councilman, if it's okay with you, I think that's a great idea. But what I'd like to do, since Mr. Zagmore is still here and on the floor, if anybody has any additional questions for him prior to bringing up Mr. Cotto, which I think is a great idea, if that's acceptable.
I'd like the issues addressed that so everybody else wants to address, a straight answer about what's going to happen with the building. But I'm obviously not going to get that.
Councilor Calucci.
Who are you talking with at Sarah's family? Which brother? Are you talking to the brothers?
Yes, I know all of them. I don't see them.
You what?
I don't see them that frequently necessarily, but certainly I know all of them.
I heard that they're like not getting along. The brothers are not getting along since the father passed away. Is that true? You don't know that?
No, it's not true.
So who you don't talk to? The brothers.
I do.
Which one do you talk to?
All of them.
All the time? You talk all the time?
Well, sometimes I talk to all of them together, sometimes one or two. Just depends on the circumstance.
And the bottom line is they don't think there was a problem.
Sorry?
They don't know what to do with the problem. What's going to do with it?
Well, I think they had focused their energy on long-term redevelopment of this property.
Councilor Trahan.
Thank you. I just wanted to go a little bit farther with Councilor Calucci's question. So now, which brother did you talk to today that sent you there tonight?
I didn't talk to anybody today. I saw the initial vote in the paper. I came to the meetings 4 weeks ago. I sat through your whole meeting, saw the nice boys from St. Mary's get their public recognition. And then I was called 2 weeks ago to come. I said I would come. Then I was called that day and told not to come because it was a special meeting. And they asked me if I could come postpone it, so I postponed it.
So do they know the building's falling down?
Well, I think
down the street, do they know that?
I think somebody picked up the broken bricks that were in the street, so and that came through. It didn't have it. I had nothing to do with picking it up by the time
Did they pick it up, Brendan, or did we, the city? Do you know?
I believe the city did, but I'd have to check.
So you didn't even come and clean up the mess that happened on the side. So my question, I guess, is what advice are you going to give them tomorrow? Now that you've heard all this, and you've been this dog and pony show, listen to Mr. Caldwell since 2002. I mean, you're saying back in 2007 and 2008, you talked to Mr. Caldwell about some development, and he's saying that you guys never responded. They offered you $750,000, and nobody even had the respect to respond to it. So, I mean, tomorrow when you see them, what advice are you going to give them to us? Are you going to just tell them, no, we're going to keep stalling it, or what's the point of all this?
They have no benefit from not having productive use on this property.
And we've already spent $28,000 of the city's money to tell you what you already knew, that we, by the way, you should tell them tomorrow that we would like a check back for that money that we had to spend to test your land, which we shouldn't have to do. And you should tell them we're going to tear that building down.
Yeah, it wasn't just our land you tested.
Well, regardless, you guys tested. It was tested. Mr. Caldwell, the land was tested in the area. It's part of your property. And that, you know, that building's going to come down. I mean, the building's falling street. We have to take the building down. I mean, they might as well just pay it now, take it down and cap it. Rather than us go through all the things and get lawyers involved, and it's just going to end up costing them a lot more money, but obviously they don't care about that. Go back and tell them that, you know, come pay attention to the property, take a ride by it. So all you got to do is take a ride by that and see that property is so deplorable. It's such an eyesore, and we're trying to develop our whole downtown. And it's screwing up the whole thing. You know what I mean? Just tell them to have the respect to come to Lynn and do something with the building. That's all we're looking for. Either develop it, tear it down, or sell it. Give it to the EDIC or something. But just have the respect to come to the city, one of them, and do something with it. That's all we ask. That's all I ask. I don't know what my colleagues do. That's all I want.
Council Seer. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, Council Trahan.
No. I agree, and I feel like everybody on the council feels. you know, we already got one company in the city that makes fluff, we don't need another company coming in and throwing us with a bunch of nonsense as Councilor Track just said. You guys, that property's been vacant since 2000. And up until 2007, 2008, it was a valuable piece of property that the Athena's family did nothing with. So obviously they don't even care about it. And no matter what we say here tonight, I don't think they're going to respond at all, to be perfectly honest with you.
President?
I am so frustrated with listening to what you're saying. I've been hearing it for years, and I agree with the council that I know it's not your fault that they sent you here. And all you are is law to take the anger and frustration and promise back to them. They don't give two, you know, I'm going to start swearing in a second, but I don't want to do that. That's how angry I am. You know, in the beginning I wasn't in favor of tearing the building down because I think that's just what the Athena's family wants, but I'm going to recommend it to my fellow colleagues and to Brandon to sit down in public hearing, because I think that family is full, to be perfectly honest with you. The city doesn't deserve this. They're a part of the reason that downtown has failed for the last 10 years. I don't even point my finger at it because I know that's a rude thing to do. Really, I can't tell you how upset I am. I can see it in my fellow councilors' faces and I can hear it in their tones.
Councilor Net.
Thank you, sir. I know being a middleman is very difficult. We don't need to shoot a messenger, but did you have any serious talk about the family that what will they do to this property? Just want to know from you. I know you guys know the family well, and you talking a lot, but have you ever talked anything at all about possibly doing something?
Well, I mean, I think the best thing to do is to redevelop that part of town, including that property. I do think you have to know how you're going to handle the pollution before you can do that. It doesn't matter if it's the Athena's family or if it's any other developer that can handle that scale. You still have to know what you're going to do with that pollution.
Anything further, Councilor Net? Councilor Calucci?
I heard a saying once, there's nothing unforgivable as time. We're just wasting our time here tonight. This stuff is like, we're going on like an hour, nothing's getting done, so why don't you just get it over and just do something else?
Thank you, Councilor. Before I entertain any motions, I'd like to go to Councilor Creighton and then honor Councilor Capano's request to have Mr. Cardell come back up. Councilor Creighton.
Mr. President, you could have Jim Cardell come back up before I entertain motions.
Councilor Capano, any comments prior?
Excuse me? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Jim Cardell, please.
Thank you. Well, a few things. Number one, the letter that the city council sent to the Athena's family, not to Mr. Zamora, who's a gentleman. I just want to read to you what it said, to Mr. Athena's, not to Mr. Zamora. Please be advised that on March 27th, when City Council voted to request your presence at the next scheduled City Council meeting to discuss your future plans for the above-mentioned property and to further discuss repairs needed to this building. So I have great respect for this body, as you know, no disrespect to the representative who came here tonight, but when the building is literally falling down and the Athena's family gets this letter, when they send the representative here who comes here tonight with the report that we paid for, with plans that are the exact same plans that were submitted to us in 2007, just change the date and put 2011. And then just kind of show up, and when you start to ask him questions about what are your plans, he focuses on other properties, completely exaggerates about the level of contamination, as far as, if you believed him, the entire downtown's contaminated. And there are so many good things happening in this area. I'll always remember Mr. Zamora saying to me, you know, when we were talking in 2007 about what could go there, he said, well, definitely a restaurant will never work in downtown. And the blue box is right around the corner. You look at the school administration building that was sat vacant for 10 years, it's 80% occupied today. You look at the Cormier lot, at the corner of Andrew Street, it's hopefully going to have a P&S sign next week, unless they listen to those comments.
Mr. Cottle, if I could ask a point of information,
Yes.
how long have you had dialogue with Mr. Zamora?
Since 2007, I think it was January 2007.
Thank you, I apologize for interrupting.
It's okay. My point being was that there's a lot of good things going on. Mount Vernon Street, new construction in the downtown, 48 new units going in there. The V&A building at the corner of Market Street, new construction in the downtown. What I was hoping, and you got a little snippet into my world, I was hoping to have a real discussion as to what can we do to strategize on cleaning up the property. What can we do to strategize on cleaning up that property and having a real development going on? Because if you talk to DEP, and I should have brought them tonight, they would say what should happen, and the Athanuses have the resources, is you can develop, you can remediate that property, and you can sue the owner of White's Laundromat at the same point in time. But instead, we have no answers as to how they're going to fix the building. We have no answers on the strategy of what they're going to do with the report that they didn't pay for. You would think if they were serious about those plans, that they would have tested the site themselves and not had the city pay for it.
Thank you. Councilor Craig, if I can indulge you before your motion. Councilor Ford, just go.
Yeah.
Councilor Fairland. Thank you, Councilor Ford. Pretty much everything I've heard from the council tonight I agree with. And sometimes when you hear all these complicated facts, I take two steps back and I realize how simple everything really is. And I know many of the councilors at this table and probably many of the people in the audience are parents. And one of the things that I've done with my kids as they've grown older and you try to become a good role model is you teach them that old saying that actions speak louder than words. And tonight I've heard words from the Athanus family. I don't have an issue that this gentleman is here, whether it is one of the Athanuses or not, because the Athanus, he's been an Athanus representative for at least since 2007. He's here in the capacity representing them. So that is the Athanus family. But what I've taken from tonight is the Athanus family is not going to do anything. Period. So it's incumbent upon us as a city council to take independent action with what we think is the best thing for the future of the city of Lynn. Because we are going to continue to get lip service. I think the best quote I heard tonight was from Councilor Sear talking about fluff. It was right on, it was spot on. If you hear everything that the representative said tonight, my bottom line is, if I could talk to the Athanus family directly through him, that the behavior of his client, the Athanus family, to the city of Lynn is disgraceful. They should be ashamed of themselves. He talked about, well, you have to develop when the market is good. In 2007, 2006, 2005, the market was better than it had been for 20 years. The interest rates were lower than they've ever been. It was the optimal time to build. What I see tonight, and I heard, was an excuse as what not to do. We can't build because of contamination. But the thing that kept jumping out at me is that report was March 27th of 2012, 6 weeks ago. That's convenient now because we can't do anything, but what happened over the past 10 years? So I look at this now, we should ignore them. They've set their course, they don't care, so we have to do what's best for the city of Lynn. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Phelan. Councilor Craig. Mr. President, through you to the members, we called the Athanus family here tonight, as well as Jim Cardell and Mr. Donovan, more for informational purposes. And there's definitely been a lot of good discussion. I appreciate all of my councilors' questions, and I appreciate the answers of both the Athanus representative as well as Jim Cardell and Mike Donovan. I do think at this point there was a lot of information to discuss. I would like to take some time, take our due diligence, and find the best approach. I firmly believe the city has and still wants to work with the Athanas family, but our patience is running thin. At this time, I wouldn't like to make any motion. I would like to take this information we received tonight, consider it, find the best path towards our end goal, which is the cleaning up of the site and the development of the land. So, thank you for your time, and thank you again to my colleagues for their questions.
Questions, comments? Next public hearing.
An ordinance proposed recodifying the City of Lynn's own ordinances was set out by the ordinance committee for continuation of the public hearing.
I'd like to open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor. Anybody wishing to speak in favor? Anybody wishing to speak in favor? Seeing no one wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Attorney Lamont, just give a very brief overview.
Over the past 15 years, there's been numerous amendments to the City of Lynn's own ordinance. It makes it difficult to read, makes it difficult for property owners and business owners and attorneys in the City of Lynn to read it. A lot of department work with Inspection Services Department to recodify this ordinance. There have been no changes. It's just been put together in a format that's much easier for the city officials and the public to read.
Thank you. Councilor Sid.
If we make a motion to approve this ordinance, zone ordinance change.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Is there an emergency on this, Council Seer?
No, there wasn't. I'm not sure if we need one. Do we need an emergency? No.
Okay, thank you. Next public hearing.
Petitioner Seattle Lobster Company calling Reed for permission for the packing of live lobsters for shipment out of Logan Airport at 271 Weston Avenue.
I'd like to open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Thank you, Mr. President, and Honorable City Council. I'm Glenn Reed, I'm co-owner of Seattle Lobster Company, and our proposal is for the packing of live lobster at 271 Western Avenue for shipment to Logan. This is considered a dry product, and our time on the premises we expect to be limited. We're talking about a 200-pound shipment per visit, one visit per day. And we should be realistically on and off the property within an hour. We do not plan on keeping our refrigerated van on the property, nor do we anticipate or expect that anyone working for us would be keeping any vehicles on that property either.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Lozey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've met with Mr. Reed, the proprietor of Seattle Lobster, and I'd like to make a motion to approve with conditions.
If you could read those into the record.
Removal of any and all collateral refuse and materials used in the process of packing and delivery daily. That the refrigerator van will not be stored overnight on site. And those are the two conditions.
Is that a motion to approve with those stipulations? Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton? Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci? Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Next public hearing.
Petition of Lynn Auditorium, James Marsh Community Development for permission for wine and malt beverage license at 3 City Hall Square.
Open the public hearing for all those in favor.
Good evening, Mr. President. Jamie Marsh here tonight on behalf of Lynn Auditorium. We'll be receiving one-day licenses for the shows at the auditorium, and the success over the years of the auditorium, it makes sense for us to go to a full license. It's suggested internally by our own board and externally by the ABCC that we do this. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Creighton.
Mr. President, through you to the members, this is a perfect example of some of the great things that are happening downtown. I'd like to commend Jamie Marsh for all his efforts over the years with the auditorium. It's become a top-notch venue for arts and entertainment on the North Shore. And I think this change makes sense. There's no need for them to come for one-day licenses. It's a good change, and I wish them the best of luck in continued success. Thank you. Motion to approve.
Thank you, Councilor. Seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton? Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano? Yes. Counsel Calucci? Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Next public hearing.
Next public hearing, petition of BSJ Auto Center, Cesar Felix Vidal for permission for auto repair with flammables at 2228 Oakville Street from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Good evening. Owner Pat McGrath of 2228 Oakville Street, seeking permission for B&J Auto to do auto repair and also flammables in the building.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to grant with a couple stipulations that the hours be changed from 8 to 6, currently 8 to 8, and that there will be no work done on the street or the sidewalk, no cars parked there, no customer cars, only personal cars from employees that work there.
Motion made to approve with the stipulation, seconded by Councilor Calucci. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Next petition of Fiesta Shows Eugene Dean for permission for a carnival fundraiser for 4th of July fireworks at Keeney Park at Lynn English on Friday, July 6th through Sunday, July 8th, with setup on July 5th.
Open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor. Anybody in favor? Anybody in favor? Seeing nobody wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Councilor Trahan.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a yearly thing that we're starting to do now. As it says in the public hearing, they make a nice donation to our 4th of July fireworks, which is always a great show down Lynn Shore Drive. There's a lot of kids in the area. They come down from the Highlands, and they're out of school and they can have a good time. So it's a very positive event. So I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Councilor Ford.
I just wanted to add to Councilor Trahan's, they opened this week at Lynn Tech. They've never come to Lynn twice. They had an open weekend. And I'm thankful for the Parks Commission and Councilor Trahan to let them come in because they are very generous to the city. I would like to ask the Council Secretary, if she would once again this year email for this weekend and for this other date at Lynn English, the Lynn Police, the Lynn Fire, the gang unit, and they've been good enough to set up their tents, in which the kids love getting the fire hats, and it's a good addition to the carnival, and certainly the customers feel safer having that, having those groups around. So could you email them to me, the secretary? Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Ford.
Great. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Ford? Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11, yes. Next petition, petition of Linway Auto Sales, Richard S. Watt, trustee, for permission for sales room for motor vehicles and auto repair / body shop with flammables at 461 Broad Street and Pleasant Street.
Open the public hearing for anybody in favor.
Mr. President, members of the Lynn City Council, I'm Attorney Richard Cuff. I'm here tonight representing Richard A. Swart, the owner-operator of Linway Auto Sales, which is located at 295 Linway. We are seeking a special permit to allow the expansion of my client's current business into the old Saxon Furniture Store at 461 the Linway on the corner of Pleasant Street. In addition, our client is seeking the right to extend the exterior display area into a triangular piece of land that is immediately adjacent to his existing facility along Pleasant Street. The former furniture store is to be renovated for use as a an auto sales and display showroom, as well as an auto repair and body shop in the rear of the building. The Linway Auto Sales has been in business since 1997 here in the city of Lynn. The facility currently concentrates its business on the sale of pre-owned luxury cars, including Mercedes-Benz, as well as more affordable pre-owned vehicles. The present inventory of the facility is nearly 100 vehicles. What is notable about this facility is its impeccable condition. That is, it is noteworthy as a source of constant favorable public comment, because it is, in fact, an efficiently and very attractively run facility. Linway Auto Sales currently employs between 6 and 9 people. It is anticipated, if this special special permit is approved, there will be an increase of the number of on-site employees. Nearly half of all current employees are Lynn residents. We respectfully urge favorable consideration of this special permit application. The grant of the special permit will result in the complete renovation of a now defunct building at 461 Broad Street and the vast improvement of the area in question, as well as an increase in the number of employees and resulting increase in property tax revenues for the city of Lynn. I'm happy to answer any questions anybody has. Mr. Swart is with me tonight, and we're both available to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor?
My name is Richard Aswad. I appreciate anything you do in this consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor?
Yes, Calvin Anderson, 12 Concord Street. I know this property very well, and it complements the traditional Breads parcel right behind it. I've been riding by wondering what's going to happen with the furniture store, and this makes sense to do this. And the property does have better curb appeal. There's new signage up already since the previous owner was there, and I hope you consider it.
Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing nobody wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Yes, I've met Mr. Aswater on the property. I know that he's been wanting to do this for a long time. Attorney Cuff is right, his place is really a nice looking place. It's probably one of the nicer car places on Linway, and I have no doubt that he's going to make this place look really good. He's going to hire maybe half dozen to 10 employees, and it's a win-win all the way around, and I want to make a motion to grant.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford? Absent Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 10 yes.
Next public hearing.
Public hearing is petition of Linway Auto Exchange LLC, James Land, George Russo, Robert Brest, with permission for a Class 2 dealer's license to sell secondhand motor vehicles with auto repair and flammables at 270 South Common.
Open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Rome, the attorney for Linway Auto Exchange and the owners of Linway Auto Exchange, Jim Lamb, Robert Bress, and George Russo. We're seeking permission to operate a Class 2 dealer's license to sell secondhand motor vehicles at the property located at 270 South Common Street. We had previously had an address at 623 Linway. We just ended up, they leased that out to other tenants, so we were looking for another location, and this seemed like it was a perfect situation.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition.
Hi, my name is Teresa. I actually grew up in the neighborhood on South Common Street and South Street. My parents actually still, not my parents. It still owns the house, which is abutting the property of 270 South Common Street. We did go around the neighborhood to the abutting properties around the building, and we did a petition. And the reason for the petition is going to be the increase in traffic in the neighborhood, proximity to the elementary school, which is common. School children walking to the school, which is like a safety risk. Noise to the abutting properties and the use of flammable materials in a residential neighborhood.
Thank you. If you'd like to, we can have that entered into the record. Thank you. If you could. Anybody else wishing to speak in opposition?
Raymond Smith, a neighbor. As you can see from the pictures in the area, the building in question is an anomaly. This building is surrounded by residential single, double, and three-family homes on South Common Street, South Street, Hobson Street, and Witt Street. As you can see from the pictures, the nice cottage in the front, and you can see the building in the back. The problem with the license, if it's used for automotive sale and repair, is increased traffic, increased noise, the possibility of fumes, and increase in the fire danger, as well as depriving the people in this kind of a neighborhood of the quality of life that they enjoy, and the risk of depressing the property values significantly. I have had the opportunity to talk to Mr. Cowdell tonight to ask if the petitioners had approached him and EDIC to find out if there might be a more appropriate location for this kind of a facility, and he says that as of this point, they have not approached him. So I would recommend that this license be denied and that these people referred to look in another location for a more appropriate and less damaging to the neighborhood site. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in opposition?
My name is Rose Shackles. I live on Hudson Street. My concern is the traffic, parking. They do have a back entrance to that facility,
would they be opening it up and then using that? I mean, we've got a lot of children in that neighborhood. We have multi-families, and I don't think it's a safe environment for them with a facility like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody else in opposition? Anybody else in opposition? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Yes, I agree. The neighbors have some, rightfully have some concerns there. I told the owner that I would give him some time to talk to the neighbors, see if they can come up with something. I don't think it's a good spot to sell cars, but I'd like to give him that opportunity, so I'd like to make a motion to table.
Second. Motion to table, seconded, non-debatable, roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes. Next petition, petition of Tacos Martinez, Rafael Martinez for a catering truck to be parked in lot only at 810 Lindway, Building 19.
Open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Good evening, Council. My name is Brian Martinez. I'm here speaking on behalf of my uncle, Rafael Martinez. Sitting right behind me. He's seeking permission for a catering truck to sell Mexican food and also beverages in Lynn.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Yes, I'm going to have to deny this because the owner says that doesn't have permission to be on there. I don't, you can talk, I think the owner was here earlier, you may want to talk to him, but at this point, that's the information I've got from talking to the owner of the lot.
So the petition is to perform these services on a private piece of property, and they have to
Building 19 lot, which,
it is a motion to deny, a second discussion. So an affirmative vote, a vote of yes, is to deny. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci? Yes, Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net? Yes. Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes. Next petition, petition Albert Kemperly, Brian Gibb, for permission for a sign permit at 1073R Weston Avenue.
Open the public hearing for anybody wishing to speak in favor.
Hi, my name is Brian Gibb, manager of Albert Kemperly, and I think the reason for the oversized sign is we're set so far back on Weston Avenue.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Anybody else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing no one else wishing to speak in favor, close the public hearing for all those in favor. Open the public hearing for anybody in opposition. Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Anybody in opposition? Seeing no one wishing to speak in opposition, close the public hearing for all those in opposition. Close the public hearing. Councilor Capano.
Motion grant.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey? Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes. We have no public hearings to set down. Unfinished business from the Ways and Means meeting of April 24th. The act authorized, a home rule petition for the act authorizing the City of Lynn to establish a program for enforcement against illegal dumping.
Council Lozey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think this council and the residents of Lynn are fed up with the dumping and disrespect throughout the city. Unfortunately, the current law, statutorily, the city is hamstrung and only able to fine violators, I believe it's $300. However, under this legislation that I'm putting forward, a person convicted of a violation can be fined up to $5,000. In addition, this legislation will also allow the city to establish a fund to do cleanups of our parks and any of these areas that midnight dumpers or violators will find locations to dump this. So I think it's a good legislation, and I hope I can get the support of my colleagues and move this forward. And I know the DPW is in support of it. And
so that's a motion to approve. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Council Biden? Yes. Council Cahill? Yes. Council Capano? Absent Council Calucci? Yes. Council Creighton? Yes. Council Seer? Yes. Council Ford? Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net? Yes. Council Phelan? Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. 10 yes.
Next item on the agenda, Councilor Cahill. Discussion, next Tara.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you to the members. This is regarding municipal aggregation. I'd like to thank my colleagues and you, Mr. President, for your thoughtful questions and really wrapping your heads around this issue of municipal aggregation, something that will provide consistent energy rates for our residents and small businesses. Next Tara representatives are here today. I would ask for a motion to allow the mayor to enter negotiations with Nextera for the purposes of municipal aggregation.
Motion made. Do I hear a second? Second. Discussion. Councilor Cahill.
One further point is that Nextera will be coming back after a plan is solidified with the mayor to speak to the council as to what the plan will be.
Roll call.
Council Barton? Yes. Council Cahill? Yes. Council Capano? Absent Council Calucci? Yes. Council Creighton? Yes. Council Seer? Yes. Council Ford? Yes. Council Lozey? Yes. Council Net? Yes. Council Phelan? Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. 10 yes. Committee reports, Audit Committee.
Council Lozey?
Which committee?
Audit.
We heard from John Sullivan of the 2010 audit findings, and we voted to approve that. We've also listened to the progress and recommendations, and I believe a vote on the approving, accepting the report from the auditor would be in order.
Thank you, Councilor. Motion to accept the committee report. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. License Committee. Councilor. Motion to accept the report. Second. Discussion. All those in favor? Motion carries. Ordinance. Councilor Seer.
Unanimous by the committee with the motion to approve.
Second. Motion made. Second. Discussion. To accept. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Finance.
We have several emergency orders. I can read them all together if you want to separate them. Order that the City Comptroller be and is hereby authorized to make the following appropriation transfers from the account of ISD payroll expense to the account of ISD expense $110,000. From the account of ISD payroll expense to the account of streetlight expense $55,000. From the account of reserve fund to the account of DPW payroll, $80,000. From the account of reserve fund to the account of Breed Middle School repairs, $52,000. From the account of reserve fund to the account of LBTI school repair, $59,000. From the account of reserve fund to the account of DPW expense, $20,000. And from the account of reserve fund to the account of fire department payroll, $10,000.
Councilor Calucci. Unanimous for the Finance Committee. Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey? Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
And on the emergency?
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Okay. Okay, read those. So read them into the record. It is my understanding that the two transfers that were approved unanimously by the Finance Committee for the school department have to be read into the record in their entirety. Madam Clerk.
Order that the City of Lynn will transfer the amount of $59,000 from its budget for the purpose of paying costs of a feasibility study for roof replacement on the Lynn Vocational Technical Institute located at 80 Neptune Boulevard, including the payment of all costs incidental or related thereto, for which the City of Lynn may be eligible for a grant from the MSBA, said amount to be expended under the direction of the School Building Committee. The City of Lynn acknowledges that the MSBA's grant program is a non-entitlement discretionary program based on need as determined by the MSBA, and any costs the City of Lynn incurs in excess of any grant approved by and received from the MSBA shall be the sole responsibility of the City of Lynn, and that the amount of borrowing authorized pursuant to this vote shall be reduced by any grant amount set forth in the feasibility study agreement that may be executed between the City of Lynn and the MSBA. Okay, order that the City of Lynn will transfer the amount of $52,000 from its budget for the purpose of paying costs of a feasibility study for the replacement of windows for Breed Middle School located at 90 O'Callaghan Way, including the payment of all costs incidental or related thereto, and for which the City of Lynn may be eligible for a grant from the MSBA, said amount to be expended under the direction of the School Building Committee. The City of Lynn acknowledges that the MSBA's grant program is a non-entitlement discretionary program based on need as determined by the MSBA, and any costs the City of Lynn incurs in excess of any grant approved by and received from the MSBA shall be the sole responsibility of the City of Lynn, and that the amount of borrowing authorized pursuant to this vote shall be reduced by any grant amount set forth in the feasibility study agreement that may be executed between the City of Lynn and the MSBA.
Councilor Calucci.
Before the committee, motion to approve.
Second. We're taking them both together to approve both. Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Emergency.
Second on the emergency.
Roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill? Yes. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Creighton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Ford?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Phelan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Any other new business? Before I recognize that, I just want to apologize for not recognizing school committee member Rick Stabbit, who I noticed was in the audience the entire meeting and recently left. So I just want to point that out. Motion to adjourn. And the superintendent of schools, who I think everybody saw earlier. Again, all those in favor?